Hello there, internet. Mogwai here, and I got another Legends of Runeterra video for you guys today. A little bit late today because honestly, I got bamboozled a little bit by Riot. Not directly by any means, but after I was done with my reveal, I was expecting like a video revealing a champion, right? But when I saw them explaining the Fury keyword and showcasing a bunch of cards, I thought that they were following the same pattern as before. You know, like with the reveal of a keyword or a mechanic and like 4 cards, and then the next day we see like the actual champion reveal. So I wasn't expecting an actual champion reveal after I saw that on Twitter, which, you know, silly me. Like that's all I have like no excuse. So now like I went and had a nap. And I woke up and I'm like, okay, we have a champion to react to. So, 12-year-old mode engaged. And without further ado, let's take a look at Aurelion Soul. Will he be a dragon?
Diminish without my attention.
Oh my god! Oh, I'm having hiccups. Oh my god, that's huge! 10 mana, 10-10? What the fuck? Play, invoke a celestial card that costs 7 or more. Round start, create a random celestial card in hand. Round 10, your allies have 20 or more total power. I can't even. Nani? Okay.
I created it.
Oh my god.
This will be entertaining.
Okay, so you pick. Yeah, we know about Fury. That music though.
Pure Starfire.
Okay, this is like the greediest champion, dude. Oh my god, okay, that animation's, that's pretty sick. Aurelion Soul, okay, wait, por favor. So he's got Fury and Spell Shield. Did he have Spell Shield before? That's a good question. Yeah, he did have Spell Shield before. So a 10-10 with Fury and like Spell Shield. Like the Spell Shield is really neat on this champion. Okay, so I actually need to read the create random celestial cards in a random celestial card in hand. Your celestial cards cost 0. Not a less on steroids, boy. Oh my god, that's crazy. Like you just unleash. You just absolutely unleash after this. Oh my god, dude. Oh, that is dirty. Oh my god, dude.
Anyone for some stuff?
Wait, what? Wait. Excuse me? 15 mana? The sky's descent. Alright, deal 15 to all enemies. Cost 2 less for each dragon or celestial ally you have. Oh my god, this card. Oh my god, this like celestial package is the epitome of greed. Like we thought sea monsters was greed. Oh my lord, dude. To all enemies, you just basically like black hole them. 2 less for each dragon or celestial ally you have. Can this card be made to like cost a decent amount? That's crazy. Like if you have like 3 units, that goes from 313 to 9. So I mean, if you have 3 units on the board and they happen to be dragons or celestials, you can actually pull this off for 9 mana, which is absurd, and then just have it denied. But seriously, this is a wacky card, dude. Oh my god. I mean, that's the power of, you know, supernova.
Planets break.
Yeah, they're dead.
See you next time, Runeterra.
Alright, so a humble champion. Definitely gonna go with that. Oh my god, there's a lot to digest with this one. Holy crap, I am not surprised they left this bad boy for the last one. Where do I even start? Okay, how about we go on to Twitter and you know, trigger the kids again. I'm following like both Runeterra's account, like the English and the Spanish one, so sometimes I get a little bit confused. Okay, there we go. So yeah, like sometimes what was I saying? Oh yeah, the light mode. I'm very aware that I should have switched over to night mode on Twitter. I use night mode on Twitch actually, but triggering a good portion of you, like it's a very spicy thing. I think I'm gonna refrain from that just because of that. So many people get so triggered by me having this Twitter. Anyways, Aurelion Soul. 10 mana, 10/10, like we said, with a crazy level up, you know, result. Spell Shield is very powerful, but even though it's super big, Fury is not really something that benefits this kind of card that much. I explained why as I was covering the card that I revealed in the Great Beyond. Like, these sort of big cards don't really, you know, like I said, benefit so much from a +1/+1 boost every time they take down an enemy, but it's better than nothing for sure. I am more excited to see Fury on smaller units though, like I said. I mean, when you play him, you invoke a Celestial card that costs 7 or more, so you can search for one of your big late-game finishers. There's seem to be a lot of them, by the way, a lot of like very expensive Celestials. So you'll have some surprising options when you go for this, right? Now, your allies have 20 or plus total power. Now, with Aurelion Soul, like the thing is, in order to level him up, like him sticking on the board is an absolute necessity, right? And that's already half of what you need. So it seems like a very expensive and very unlikely scenario, but in this kind of deck, if you do things right, I don't think it'll be that difficult. And I mean, it should be somewhat difficult because like the result is insane. Like your Celestial cards costing 0 is just mind-blowing because there's so many like Celestial cards that are so expensive and greedy, and to be able to just play them all for nothing, that is just next level, man. Like that's the epitome of a finisher if I've ever seen one, right? But it is a tough requirement for sure. It's hard to dictate how hard it'll be to meet the level up requirement until I play the card, but it's definitely very interesting. We have the Infinite Mind Splitter, an 8 mana 8/8 dragon with Fury that says play, pick 2 enemies, round start, stun them with Fury. I don't know how I feel about this card. Like I said, very, very expensive units, dude. Like, again, the Fury on these huge bodies is pretty irrelevant, really. Like, it's just not... It's like they who wonder with the regeneration, right? It's just not really... Like, I would rather see Overwhelm on this than Fury. But it is, again, better than nothing. And, I mean, you can play this on your opponent's attack turn and then have, like, a stronger Minotaur. Like, it's like a stronger Minotaur Reckoner, but it's limited to 2 enemies. And it will always stun those 2 enemies. So, I think in the long run, that's just not the best thing. Especially if the match continues to drag out. But, I mean, it is a very powerful effect. Especially, like, these sort of cards seem like a nightmare if you're in a top deck. Both you and your opponent are in top deck mode. It's top deck situation. Top deck mode. If you're in top deck mode and your opponent's in top deck mode, this kind of card just wins you the game, right? So, there's that. But, again, hard to evaluate because they're all so damn greedy, though. So expensive. Involius Vox. A 6 mana dragon, 5/6 with Fury. When an ally with Fury kills an enemy for the first time each round, create a random dragon in hand. Now we're talking. Fury support and card advantage support at that. Very interesting, but again, expensive. I mean, decently statted. You know, for a 6-drop, having 6 health is really important. So that's neat. And 5 attack, you know, you wish it was a 6/6, but it is a 5/6. And with Fury, it can grow anyways. So it is pretty decent at that. In the right deck with a lot of Fury support, though, like, you can just generate a lot of card advantage with this thing. So, very, very cool card. Very interesting. It's going to be as good as Fury units are in general. But if they are, this card could be legit. You know, considering how greedy some of the other options are, 6 mana is a little bit more humble. Let's go with that. Star Shaping. Invoke a Celestial card that costs 7 or more. Then heal an ally or your Nexus 5. That seems like that seems like garbage. Like, no matter how I look at that, that seems like garbage. Like, you're paying 5 mana to basically draw a card. I know it's gonna be like a you're creating like a very powerful finisher, right? And you are healing by 5, but this is a 5 mana play, so it's costing you at least half of your turn, at the very least. So I'm not sure how to feel about star shaping. I just can't see how it's good, but maybe I'm missing the mark by quite a bit with that. Messenger's Sigil. Shuffle 5 the messengers into your deck. What is a messenger? What is the messenger? I need to know what the messenger is. Is that the 2-drop? No, Herald of Dragons. That's not the 2-drop. What is the messenger? Do we know? Because I may be missing. Maybe it was one of the celestial reveals. I'm not so sure though. Regardless, let's quickly take a look at this. This is like the video that I saw earlier, and that's why I assumed there was gonna be no champion reveal today. We have the Fury keyword, which we explained in the prior video, and then Herald of the Dragons, which is a very, very frail engine that can allow us to play our dragons for 1 less mana. This card cannot be any more resilient because this card sticking on the board can make your curve really nutty, because all of a sudden you can curve into this guy on turn 3, the White Flame Protector. You can have a 3 mana 4/4 with Fury, which is just nuts, right? And then we have not 1 but 2 5-drop dragons, and one of them is very relevant because it's the Demacia dragon, which means it expands the Remembrance card pool, and it is a nutty 5-drop to pull off at turn 3 with a Remembrance with your built-over spell mana. And that is the dragon, what was it called? Well, we're going to see him now. The Screeching Dragon. A 5 mana 4/5 with Challenger and Fury. Challenger and Fury, that's the kind of keyword combination. That's where you want to see Fury in. This card is actually really good. This is a really good 5-drop, and this is a very, very scary 5-drop to pick off with Remembrance, because the earlier you are able to set up an overstated Fury unit with Challenger like this, naturally the better, because the earlier the snowball happens, and this is just a very, very scary card to pull off with Remembrance, and I think it's not a coincidence that this guy is from Demacia, so keep that in mind. Fused Firebrand is Fury with Spell Shield, 5 mana 5/5. Out of these two, definitely better, the Screeching Dragon, in my opinion. Even though Spell Shield is neat, having these two keywords combined is just absolutely outstanding, and I think this dragon is just on a whole nother level. So shoutouts to the Screeching Dragon, and shoutouts to the Dragon's Clutch. Draw 2 different dragons or grant dragon allies +1/+1 flexible card draw. This can also help you enable potentially a Aurelion Soul level up as well. You know, it's a very niche scenario, right? But it could happen. Otherwise, it can just draw you 2 cards for 3 mana. Like, it's what more do you want out of a card draw effect that can be flexible, can be used offensively as well. This card is fantastic. Auto include, absolute staple in any sort of dragon deck, in my opinion, and fantastic card for the potential archetype. So Screeching Dragon and the card draw are definitely the highlights, even though Herald of the Dragons, I would assume you also play this in a dragon deck, even though it's going to die the vast majority of the time, but you can be optimistic, I guess. And yeah, man, this is the craziest champion. Like, it's no coincidence we're talking about this one last, and it caught me so off guard too. Yeah, this is nutty. I think it seems balanced though. Like I said, it seems like a difficult level up requirement to meet. Star Shaping seems like a bad card, which is seeming like it's looking like it could potentially be the no. This is a signature card. The 15 damage is a signature. Dude, this guy goes bigger than anyone else. I mean, it makes sense, right? He's like a star shaping forming dragon, so I guess it makes sense, but god damn, I have 2 questions, man. Where does your greed end, Mr. Aurelion Soul, and who the fuck is the messenger? Can somebody tell me, please? I do not know. God damn it, I need to know. Who's the messenger? Like, and why are you adding 5 copies of him into your deck? That's just really bizarre. And I feel like I missed something. Maybe it's a Celestial that I haven't looked into, but I'm not really sure. There's a lot of Celestial cards to go over as well. We may as well go over them, right? I can search on Reddit. There we go. Shoutouts to Sparkspen. We have access to all of them here. Signs of followers, stun to enemies. You know, you can see like most like those are good diversity regarding like mana values here. But a lot of very expensive plays. Yeah, it's gonna be very, very interesting. Aurelion Soul is gonna pull out something massive naturally. And considering the distributions, like it'll rather consistently allow you the opportunity to get a unit, which is I think is very, very, very important. But ultimately, hard to say anything more really. Like the Sky's Descent is such a unique card. This is the definition of going big or go home, man. And it's very, very difficult for me to predict just how viable this will be because I've never seen such a greedy archetype in Runeterra before. Like, Sea Monsters is not at this level, honestly. And we're just going to have to wait and see. A 10-mana champion. It happened. Like, we have a 10-mana champion, dude. No wonder Target is getting so much health gain. Like, it's kind of a necessity. But this is... like, at the very least, it's going to be so fucking hype. Like, at the very least, it's going to be crazy fun to mess around with. Like, dude, I don't know what to start off with, man. Because I was convinced I was going to begin things with, like, a Yasuo Leona deck. But I'm not so sure anymore. Because I want to build this so bad. So bad. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. Like, they knew what they were doing. Leaving this fucker for last. Oh, my God. You cheeky, right? You cheeky you. Alright, I'm going to stop talking. Because at this point, I'm just going to go on tangents. Very, very excited for the champion. Seems fun as hell. Have no idea just how viable this thing is going to be because there's a lot of things that you have to take into account regarding Celestials and regarding mana values and everything. But it looks very promising, and I will be experimenting from it day one. So hopefully you guys are excited for that and are excited for trying out yourselves. And that's all I got to say. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for daily Legends of Runeterra content. The expansion is coming, ladies and gentlemen. Just 2 more days. Well, 1 day and a half, really. So... let's look forward to that. And yeah, have a great one. I'll see you guys around. Kind of messed my intro. Have a great one. Stay tuned for the daily content. I guess I'll repeat that. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.